Evan?
Yes, Evan. Give him a call. I warned him that it would be from you. Bam. And don't forget to screen share too so he can see what we're doing. Because this game is really interesting. I'm excited to show it to you guys. You'll have to see, but there's flying whales and stuff. It's awesome. Hello.
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 Hi.
Welcome to the Super Show.
Great, thanks. How's it going?
It's going good. Good. We're still early on in the show, so we're not delirious yet. I've got everything switched up, and I'm gonna be just because we're switching around games. I'm just gonna be finding winners for the people who were entering to win random indie games.
So,
I'm gonna roll the dice here.
tell us about your video game. You have to
Alright,
tell the
so,
people out there about your video game.
So you want to hear about Windforge?
Yes.
Okay, so Windforge is it's a building block RPG. So it's a steampunk 2D building block RPG with flying airships and giant sky whales and lots of other stuff. It's a really crazy game. Hopefully you'll get to see some of the cool stuff while we play for an hour.
Yep. Hopefully that's the goal, right? To see cool stuff.
And this is in beta?
Oh yeah. What state?
Yeah, we're still.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll shut up. You're still working on it,
So
right?
You're cutting out there a little bit.
Oh.
Yes, it's definitely still a work in progress. We just got greenlit too, so we're trying to work out getting the thing for sale and all that stuff too.
Congratulations!
Not quite yet, but yeah, thanks. It's we've been on there almost from the beginning, so it's been a while.
Yeah, no, and it's like an emotionally harrowing journey too, isn't it? Kind of.
It is, because we've been working on the game for so long, and then, until you get greenlit, you don't even know if you can properly sell it.
Right.
And that's really makes you really nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's scary. It's actually scary. Mm-hmm. So I totally understand.
Yeah. So yeah, and you guys were on greenlight too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Legend of Dungeon was greenlit. We were on there for quite a few months, but this isn't about us. Okay. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Calvin just created a character, and there's different job classes, kind of. Do you want to just briefly explain what those are?
So they were just kind of a fun way to pick your starting outfit and your starting stats. Long term, they won't have too much of a effect because you can just invest in any stat you want. So yeah, long term doesn't matter that much, but short term it kind of affect how you play a little bit.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to restart the game. I have messed up some things.
Cool.
Did you accidentally
when I resized the window, it got all laggy.
Oh.
It's not doing.
All right, I'm posting in the chat the names of the people who won random indie games currently. Congratulations, Darko 118 and Danith. Good job, guys. You won stuff.
Okay, hold on.
All right, so as far as the game goes, how many people are actually working on it? I know I actually met you at PAX Prime, Evan. But how many other developers are involved in the project right now?
So right now there are 4 people involved with the project right now. I'm hesitant because it fluctuates a lot. Snowden has about 15 people right now.
Okay. That's a lot in my brain.
Depending. Yeah, it is a lot. So we do a mixture of contract work and our own stuff, and the contract work helps us keep the doors open and that kind of thing.
Right.
So kind of depending on our resources and the contracts that come in and stuff like that, we can put more or less people on Windforge.
That makes sense.
I mean, we had a Kickstarter recently, and that was to help us break that cycle a little bit, so we can actually get this game done.
That's very cool. Yeah. How long do you think it'll take to actually
To finish it?
to finish it?
So we're hoping to put out a full version in March. Hopefully we can stick to that. And the game's going to be available for sale. Like we're going to do the early access thing and give out early versions too, so people can try it. Because it's definitely playable right now. There's still a lot we want to do with it, but yeah, definitely still playable.
Awesome. All right, so tell us a little bit more about the world that this takes place in, because it seems really cool. Just like there's like some sort of an opening storyline that we kind of skipped through a little bit. That's talking about poaching these whales and running out of energy.
So basically the entire world is a giant sky planet. So there's floating islands everywhere, and so the main means of transportation that people use are airships. So whale oil is the primary fuel for the ships. It's also kind of like what they use for all of their other energy, basically. So they're very dependent on oil, but now they're being overwhelmed. So yeah, like they're in danger of actually losing this resource, and the whales are in danger of going extinct. So you're kind of been secretly hired to find a new energy source. The best bet right now is to research an ancient technology, but it's against the law and kind of against taboo to research this ancient technology. So you'd be kind of hired in secret to do it anyways.
Interesting. And okay, so give everybody a little bit of a break. I'm like, this seems like such an expansive concept, and there's so much going on with it. Maybe tell people if it's like, is this just a single player game? What kind of networking does it have, if it does?
It has bat dogs. I killed a bat dog.
Like, is this a sandbox game? Is everything randomly generated? Like, what kind of an intent, and where's this going?
Yeah, it's single player right now. I would love to do multiplayer in the future if we ever get the funds for it. But yeah, right now, just a single player RPG. It is a sandbox game still, so it's kind of like one of those games where you have a storyline, but you have the freedom to do basically whatever you want. The world is almost entirely procedurally generated, but there are still some places where we kind of handcraft a few of the levels. Like the starting level is built by us.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of why I was asking, is because this is the same level I saw when I tested it earlier, but I felt like this was something that was going to be generated. Like it just has that feeling to it. So I just wanted to make sure. It's very cool.
I mean this level actually was generated. That we saved it and we went in there and then kind of added some triggers to help with the tutorial part and that kind of thing. It just isn't really worth the effort to try to do a procedural tutorial.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That would be a headache.
I really love doing procedural generation stuff, but I also have to finish the game someday.
Right.
I should be shooting at that. I should just get away from it.
And you have ammunition, and it's limited, and you can pick up more of it.
Yeah, and you can craft it and buy it. We're pretty generous with the ammunition for the most part, so it's not too
There's
much.
grappling hooks.
Grappling.
Oh, the grappling hooks are awesome. They're really good.
This is the best.
So Evan, you can just basically talk about whatever you want to talk about during this hour. This is like totally your hour. So if there's information you want people to have, or places you want to send people, things you want to have happen, just you don't have to wait for us to initiate anything. Just you can post things in chat if you want. You can. If there's something really awesome that you want to expand upon or talk about, please do it. We're not doing this for us. We're doing it for you. So make use of it, please.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, again, I'll post some links that might be interesting to people, like our forum and our website and stuff like that.
Awesome.
There's a dragon over there. I think it's a dragon.
Whoa, flying dragon thing.
They're a lot of fun. You can grapple hook to those too. Basically, all the creatures you can grapple hook to. It's a lot of fun.
Only if you're alive,
if you find
though.
a whale, you really need to grapple hook to a whale.
Oh, cool. You can grapple hook to the whales. No, the flying dragon thing kind of kills him. I love the monsters in this. They're very unique.
I think I won't mess with that guy this time. He kind of messed me up.
Press 4. Press 4.
Oh, Calvin, are you not screen sharing?
I am.
You are?
Oh, I must be watching a delayed version, eh?
Yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, you're going to see it about a minute behind where it actually is.
Yeah, what you want to do is...
That's why we're doing the screen share with the Skype, so you can actually... It's lower quality, but it's live, as opposed to delayed by like a minute.
I just see a picture of Calvin right now.
Oh, Calvin, you're not screen shared then. Hold on, give us a second. We'll figure it out.
Cool.
There we go. That should pop up for you now, hopefully.
All right, great. Yeah.
And you can enlarge that and resize it so you can see well.
Oh, that lags out the game pretty badly.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
yeah, I can't do it. I can't share it. So,
okay.
Oh, let me try. Oh, I got an idea. Hold on. Let me try this.
You gonna share a section? Oh, now you're sharing the OBS version?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's not too bad. I think it works. Oops.
There we go. You should still get a live version now. That's cool. That was smart, Calvin.
Yeah, at least I'll kind of have an idea what's going on. Cool. Yeah. So yeah. Grapple hooks are really awesome in the game. They bend around curves. They work a lot like they do in if you've ever played Worms.
Oh, cool.
I probably inspired by Worms actually.
That's not a bad thing to be inspired by. That's awesome.
Let me go up.
We actually, I didn't have a chance to get your new build, but we did a bunch of tweaks with the character movement recently. So all the glitchiness with the one-way platforms and like the floatiness of the character movement, we've tweaked all that. So cool. I'm hoping everybody will like how the game plays. I definitely like how the game plays better now.
Cool.
That's one of the fun things about seeing a game when it's in development is you really see it grow as it happens, and all the things that change and modify and improve.
Yeah, and there's always like a giant list, and see the lists seem to get bigger of things you want to do than get smaller. I think so. You gotta really prioritize what you want to do.
That's a very dangerous thing that happens. I think the list gets larger and larger and larger.
Yeah, and in this game, since we're making it a giant RPG and a full-on world, a lot of the features that I want to do and that people suggest and everything else, everything makes sense. So you got to actually really kind of watch the feature creep. And feature creep's really addictive. I love it.
Interesting that that's something that you love. Feature creep.
It's like, because there's like every new feature you add opens a new door for a new feature. Like I forget what I added. I extended some of the procedural generation stuff recently. So now there's like abandoned buildings in the game and stuff like that. And the features I added to the generation to do that like makes it impossible for me to do so many more things. And so it makes me actually want to explore those more. But I gotta kind of be careful.
Yeah, it's tricky because if you indulge all of your dev drive, I suppose you'll never finish the game because you keep coming up with cool things to change and add.
I'm
press
adding.
Press 4.
What happens when you press 4?
Oh, it's health items.
It's your health. Oh yeah.
I see what I mean.
I love the art. This kind of this steampunk skull with the death screen. Just looking at that even, it's very pretty. I like the world that you created. Are there multiple different worlds, like art styles and things like that happening, or is it all kind of taking place on a single planet?
It's the same. It's a large planet. if you press actually, if you go to quests, in that screen you're in right now, there's a quests thing, and then you can click on the map, world map. You can kind of see a map of the world. So you kind of like it's just a giant sky planet. It's all divided into layers of atmosphere. So you're in the grease green layer, which is kind of like a jungle layer. It's very habitable. Once you go up to the blue zone, it's kind of like a cold, dry desert with meteor showers. That red area there is all poisonous gas. So like when you're exploring there, you have to close off your ship from gas, and if enemies break your walls, the gas is going to seep in and things like that. So it's a very dangerous area to be. And there's all the kind of other parts in the world that are kind of very dynamic. There's a lot of like environmental challenges to meet.
Interesting. And because I spent a little bit of time looking at the actual character creation stuff. Are some of the different characters more susceptible to toxic gases and stuff like that? Is that so? I wasn't quite sure how to interpret some of it, because it said like this character's more robust than this person, depending on their job.
Yeah, we tried to we tried to make a funner way to explain that your stats are going to be different. So that's what that language is about. Hopefully that's not confusing to people. But yeah, it's there mostly for flair, I guess you could say.
Cool. No, that's awesome, because you do get different starting stats based on what you pick.
Yeah, definitely.
So
and then different outfits and stuff too.
And there's a crafting system in the game, so does that mean that you can make yourself different clothes later on?
Yep.
Or are those visible, or is it just the?
You can craft. You can craft stuff right now if you want to. Once you get out of this area, the next area will kind of introduce you to crafting a little bit more.
Do you want to guide Calvin a little bit through how to get out of this area, just to make sure that?
Please don't tell me I don't have to kill the dragon.
Please don't tell me I have to kill the dragon.
He's bad news.
So that we can show off more than just Calvin dying from dragons.
Yeah, we have to spend some time tweaking the difficulty right now too. Right now I'm too good at the game, and so I have to really rely on playtesting to kind of get the difficulty good for everybody.
That makes sense. That's one of the things that's very challenging, is balancing a game for people who aren't you. You know, it's impossible to imagine. And no matter what you do, it's going to be too hard or too easy for somebody. That's one thing I've learned. Like, no matter what. It's going to be way too hard for some and way too easy for others.
Yeah. If you're stuck in a wall, try right-clicking with the grappling hook. If that doesn't work, you can drill yourself out. That should be fixed now in the new version.
Drill to freedom.
So everything you see in the game is basically breakable. You can even drill through the walls that don't even look like they have blocks, like the ground and stuff. Oh yeah, you could save too. Once you get to the dragon, if you save, you don't have to do this over and over and over again.
Oh, there you go. So save before you get to the dragon. That'll help.
No, don't run at me.
Thanks, a rich man.
Why am I bad at this?
Oh yeah, anybody in chat, if you're trying to find out what this game is, there's you just type !game and it should pop up with the game information, how to follow them on Twitter, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, actually I'll post some links here.
Yeah, definitely post links. Do whatever you want to do there. And there is type game. Bam. Moobot will respond. There we go. Yeah, Windforge.
Don't die. Get in the door. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And there is the
you don't even have to kill the.
How does he get past it without killing?
You don't even have to kill the dragon, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't even have to kill the dragon. You can wall it off with stuff, or you can drill under it. There's other creative ways to get past problems and things.
Cool.
how involved is the is the crafting system and building system? What kind of stuff can you make in the game as a player? And
How do I build?
do?
Actually, I don't know
Yeah.
how to build.
Um, do you just put items in one of the slots, maybe?
Yeah, if you have anything you can build with. My goal is to make almost everything you can see craftable. So when you go to those towns and cities and stuff like that, I want to make that all craftable. Things that are ancient technology, not so much, because it doesn't really make sense to be able to make old things, I guess you could say. But yeah, almost everything that you see you should be able to craft, and everything should be breakable as well.
Oh, cool.
So somebody's asking about the weapons being modern, and if you can craft steampunk weapons. To be more, it's probably actually more accurate to say it's a diesel punk game, if that actually makes it more or less better. It's just whenever I talk about diesel punk to people, they don't really understand what I'm talking about. So that's why I kind of just switched to talking about steampunk.
Yeah, steampunk is like the popular go-to terminology.
Yeah, and I mean we're trying to we don't want to really just copy things. We kind of want to make take the ideas and make it our own too. So.
That makes sense. Who really wants to copy anybody else anyhow, right? So now if you
half the fun of making your own games is so you can make your own thing.
Oh, the dragon! Oh!
No, don't go up there.
Oh, no!
You can run away.
Run!
Block
off the spot or
I'm
something.
Working on,
Yes.
Ooh, safe.
Guys, I'm still bad at this game. I got a thing. I gotta. Whoa! Look at this.
Whoa! What is happening?
Get back to my ship. I can't. Oh no.
How do you get back to your ship?
That means I've
I had a lot of fun programming this part.
Get past the
What's happening? What is happening to the ground? Calvin, are you panicking?
You can dig.
I know.
But there's a dragon.
The dragon.
Oh no.
So one of the funnest things I find about making a building block game is that the world can be so dynamic.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now every ruin block is turning into a dirt block and things like that. You can do a lot of really fun things with this kind of thing. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this.
Uh-oh. That's not the way out.
You can drill through that if you want to.
I think it might be quicker to get down there. Okay. Get down through here. Was that the outside? I think so. Oh, come on. Get down. Oh, down one more. There you go. I'm gonna have so many dirt blocks after this. Freedom! Oh, almost. Yay!
Sorry for my lack of attention there. People were asking what kind of games we were giving away.
Whoa, what happened?
Whoa, the ship is going places. I just turned around and all of a sudden crazy things are happening.
A massive explosion.
Oh. Destroys your electronics beyond repair. So now we're like actually getting into the story here. Oh, interesting. What happens next? Your walls are all jacked up.
Yeah.
No.
My ship's all jacked up. Look at that. That's all good.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you?
Bad. Press E to talk.
We hit the ground hard. Are you okay? Oh, I'm not okay.
No, not okay.
Gosh, I'm so not okay. Where are we?
So you can play this multiplayer? Or is this single player game?
Yeah, so
It's
currently only single player. I would really love to do multiplayer one day. Multiplayer tends to be really hard to do and expensive, so we gotta wait until we get the money for it.
Yes, it
I
is.
totally understand. We experienced that. You're probably going to get a lot of people saying, no, I won't get this unless it's multiplayer. But
The best thing to remember when
Yeah,
people say that is that that just means they really like your game.
yes, remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the silly thing is that if they got the game, it would actually increase the chances of you being able to afford to make a multiplayer version. But you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
For sure.
anybody who's
Nope.
who's watching
Don't
the developer just posted a link in the chat for information on forums. So if they miss any questions right now, you can actually ask them, which is awesome. And you can give them your thoughts and tell them nice things. Definitely encourage developers. They work really hard and they care a lot about their games. So say nice things.
I love getting feedback, even if it's constructive feedback or even negative. It's cool. It all helps.
Yeah, but you can give constructive feedback and be nice about it.
For sure. But sometimes I like getting any feedback than just silence.
Copper ore. So once he gathers enough different kinds of ores, he has different things he can craft with it. How does the crafting system work?
You'll have to do that in this thing. I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know what your friend there was telling you, Karen.
Oh. I was maybe not paying attention either.
What's happening? Oh, there's a guy! He's in a pit. Oh, he's a bad guy!
Yeah, watch out.
He's trying to hurt you. Oh, you killed him.
I
like the way they die.
Oh, you should get that jacket.
Leather bronze bandit. Oh, he was a bandit.
I hate bandits.
Those bandits. So armor has 35. That definitely sounds like an improvement.
Oh yes,
Whoa,
it shows up. Cool.
Oh, and there's even an undershirt, so there's no indecency ever. Nice. Oh, very cool. Oh, we forgot to change the title of the stream. Thanks for letting us know. We're working on it. It's hard to keep track of everything.
Oh, what are those?
We changed it everywhere else.
Money.
So once you get off this island and repair your ship and all that stuff, the world will really open up to you. You'll be able to explore a lot more and fly around more.
One of the things that I really like about this is that you can actually build flying ships. I think that just sounds like so much fun.
They're a lot of fun, and there's a lot of room for discovery with the ships. I was talking with the rest of the developers this week, and we think it might be theoretically possible to like power a ship with the creatures in the game, like actually make it movable by the creatures.
Oh, like a whale.
That sounds.
Because you can there's a perk that lets you tame a creature and then control where it moves if you attach the grappling hook to it.
Oh.
So if you put that inside of a ship, it should push on the walls and actually push the ship around. It's something that I think should theoretically work. I just haven't had a chance to test it yet. You can also do things like the propellers will suck pickups and stuff like that and blow things around. So you might be able to like make a mining ship and suck pickups into your ships if you're good enough.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for doing some really cool things. And you can also have multiple ships in the game while you're playing too, so you can make special purpose ships.
Very cool. Oh, that sounds really neat. So, is there? I feel like there's like you can add destructive things to your airship. So could you potentially like make it so that you have like a mining car that destroys the ground and then sucks up all the ore?
Yes, yeah, because you could, yeah, you could add it, you could attach grinders to your ship, which will grind on the ground for you. So you like, I mean, if you make a good enough ship, you should be able to like strip mine the planet. Not that I recommend strip mining the planet, but uh, but you could theoretically do it, and everything will break in the game.
Interesting. Is there any like because there's the crafting system and everything. Is there anything aside from being able to make stuff that you would want to mine for? Is there a way to convert it into currency and buy stuff with it, or is there? I'm just curious about how.
Yeah, like you can sell the raw materials, but
I mean, oops, sorry.
I'm trying to shoot the dirt, Alvin. Good job.
It's on iron.
Mm.
I don't know how much I need. I probably should check my quests.
Oh, you have a quest right now?
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, you are gonna need a little. Well, actually, I can't remember. Iron's really good in the game. It really can't hurt to get iron.
Make my ship skyworthy.
Oh, you're trying to repair your ship.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I was hearing the Twitch audio at the same time, and it's starting to get confusing.
Oh yeah, you could just mute the Twitch. That's usually the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you hear this weird all-time echo.
Yeah. Okay, what was I talking about? The crafting system, I think, right?
Yeah. About crafting and shops and kind of motivation in the game.
Yeah, so you can sell the raw materials. You'll get a better deal. You'll more bang for your buck by crafting something first before you sell it. There's also just a lot of things to find in the world that aren't just raw resources, like a lot of chests and junk piles and so on. Part of the reason why I kind of wanted to do a little bit more procedural architecture stuff is just so you find more cool things in the world to find, like the abandoned buildings and things like that.
Cool.
Because I want, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, it's a really large world, and I think I wanted to be a little bit than just exploring caves all the time.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it kind of gives it a much more encompassing feel, kind of to be able to do a whole bunch of different things, like a wide variety.
Yeah, and like I said, I love doing procedural generation stuff. It's kind of funny from like a developer perspective. Procedural stuff is a lot of fun because you can be surprised by your own game, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, getting to like get.
Nope.
Oh, do you get fall damage if you fall far enough?
I think I might have just that.
Yeah, you should.
Good.
There may be a slight bug where it sometimes doesn't happen, but
very cool. Someone in chat is talking about.
Oh.
They're asking kind of about why the bandits, their bullets seem to move slower than yours.
Because I had to early on. I found the game was a bit too crazy when they moved the same speed. So yeah, they do definitely move slower. Right now the enemies are pretty easy because you're just supposed to be learning. But I mean, the game gets considerably harder, and then at that point you're actually gonna really enjoy the slow bullets. That is something I might tweak a little bit, maybe once we get some difficulty levels and that kind of thing.
Yeah, difficulty levels are definitely always a challenge when you're making a game.
Cool, but thanks for the feedback about the slow bullets though, because that is something I can definitely tweak really easily.
Okay, so I have to actually repair the ship.
You have to physically repair the ship. That makes sense, Calvin.
I know, but it's just like such a cool concept. Like that's not something normally.
Yeah, usually you're like,
done.
Here's the material. Bam, magic.
My ship is fixed.
The ship is
but
fixed.
You actually have to build onto your ship and repair it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the repair tool is really useful in the game, because you're going to invest a lot of time in your ship. Did you talk to Karen by any chance?
I did. She seemed to just be concerned about my health.
Did she give you a repair tool?
Oh, not that one.
Do you have a tool in your inventory that you haven't noticed, maybe? Oh, you just didn't stop and actually talk to her. You ran away.
Take this repair tool. Make
there you
sure
go.
You repair the balloon. Yay.
Dismantle tool and repair tool. Interesting.
Yeah, so the repair tool is really handy because there are going to be a lot of situations that will trash your ship, and the repair tool will let you bring it back to how it was, like perfectly.
Oh, so the game
so
actually remembers.
Yeah, because you can actually spend a lot of time working on your ship, and I don't want you spending the entire game kind of hesitant about putting it in danger.
Right. That makes sense. That's kind of really neat.
Ooh.
Fixed. Beautiful balloon. There's people talking about the game. It just recently got greenlit, right?
Yes. Yeah. We're in the process of setting up the early access right now, actually. So hopefully, really soon, that'll be available. I wish it was available tonight, but we just couldn't get it make it happen.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, like, as soon as it's ready for things like that, you've got a whole bunch of other people with reporting problems to you and giving you feedback, and if you're not ready for that level of stuff, it gets chaotic.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, as far as game audio goes,
do you guys have sound right now?
Yes.
Just because.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Even the music?
I'm not hearing any music. I just hear a faint humming. So where did it go? But I'm actually not hearing very much audio at all, Calvin. I don't know if it's just my headphones being weird. Can everybody in the stream hear the game audio pretty decent?
I heard music at the start.
Oh, I hear music now.
It's very... Okay. Oh, I hear drumming. There we go. There we go. Calvin turned up the volume a little. That's better.
Cool. Yeah, so what were you asking with the audio?
I was just going to ask, like, what... I don't even know anymore. I forgot. I was just curious about, like, the game audio, and if you have, like, an in-house musician that you use for all of your projects, I guess. It's kind of where I was going.
Oh, yeah. So, we're working with a guy, Mike Keogh. He's a guy we've worked with a little bit before at other companies, and so we've contracted out the audio to him. He's another fellow Ottawa developer. Cool,
that's awesome.
And yeah, the music's turned out really well in the game so far. We've got a lot of good feedback for it.
It fits the atmosphere really well.
It's interesting going to people to make music for your game. It was a new experience for me. You kind of like sometimes you don't even know what you want. And so you're kind of in a situation where you're like, I don't know what I want, but I know what I don't want, or when I hear it, I know I won't like it, or that kind of thing. So it actually worked out really well for us, but it was something I was definitely worried about.
Man, I'm bad at this crap.
Yeah, the music for a game can affect a lot about it, so it is definitely a challenge to find something that fits right, and always a relief when it does.
Yeah.
All right, so now since your game has gotten greenlit, what can people do to help out if they want to support the game?
Just spreading the word, it'll help a lot, and we're going to be doing early access soon. So if you like what you see, you can definitely buy it early. And what else I was going to say? Yeah, definitely feedback would be useful too. So whatever your bugs you find, things you want to see, things you don't like, what you do like, that all helps us make a better game.
Awesome, awesome. You heard him, guys. All of you people
You gotta stop yelling
watching
in
from
my ear.
home. Am I yelling in your
You're
ear?
yelling directly in my
Oh,
ear.
I'm sorry, Calvin.
It
You got my
hurts.
good dust in one ear because of this show.
I've made a furnace.
You made a furnace.
Hopefully you guys will get to some whales in 20 minutes.
Yeah, if you can get everything repaired.
Yeah, somebody's asking if digging gets faster, and yeah, it gets a lot faster as you progress. You can get better jackhammers, and then your strength stat will increase how fast you dig as well.
Cool.
And then somebody's asking how much the game will be. We still have to officially decide on the price, but I think we're kind of picturing something in the $15 range.
How many hours of gameplay do you think most people will be able to get out of the game? Because it's procedurally generated and all of that stuff. So
Yeah,
just to like give people
that's
an
a
idea.
question. I'm still trying to answer that question, actually.
Mm.
We went to a QA company briefly, and they didn't beat the game, and I think they spent 15 or 20 hours on it.
No.
So I think you'll get a decent length of gameplay for sure, especially if you like to explore and build things and experiment. And once you beat the main quest, the game won't end either, so you can still kind of fool around and explore.
Cool. Awesome. So then it kind of becomes more of a sandbox.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of like, you know, Morrowind or Skyrim and that kind of thing, it's kind of got that idea to it.
Nice. Oh, you need propellers. Of course you need propellers. Is that what the forge is for?
Do not know.
Did she give you?
She told them.
She told me to go
that we
make a
would need
control panel.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was gonna make the propellers.
Cool.
Control panel. Oh no, I need iron.
Oh no, you didn't get enough iron
But I
before?
also need copper wire. How do you make copper wire?
Right there.
I need bronze.
So somebody's asking if we want to have any plans of doing shadows in the future. Yeah, it's something I would love to do. I would like to do a full-on lighting system someday if we ever. But yeah, that'll be a pretty significant effort. Somebody mentioned that I left out Oblivion. I still liked Oblivion, but I liked Morrowind and Skyrim better.
So I need more
Need
iron
more.
ore.
Need more iron.
I don't have copper. Just more iron.
Oh, they're asking if there's a playable alpha out. As far as people getting their actual hands on the game, you're waiting for early access, right? Or
Yeah, so we're like our Kickstarter backers already have a version of it, and we're working on getting the early access set up. I think we're also setting up a humble widget and stuff like that. So there's going to be a few places where you'll be able to get the game.
cool.
Skip that. So that's great.
Oh, is there someone's asking in chat if there's a day or night cycle?
Just copper.
Is there anything like that, or?
There's no day and night, but we do have weather in the game. So we have rain in the middle atmosphere. In the upper atmosphere, we have meteor showers, which are very dangerous. And then there's some areas that are very windy. There's some other areas that are a little bit more exotic. The middle of the world has giant fireballs that come up from the core of the world, which are quite dangerous. Okay. Zombies. The game doesn't have zombies. I don't know if zombies really fit the fiction of the game, so we're not putting zombies at this point in. Hopefully that doesn't make people mad. What else is there? DRM free, yeah. We will have a DRM free version of the game available. Diesel punk zombies would be really cool though.
Everybody seems to like zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I like zombies too.
I don't. I hate zombies. I don't.
We have zombies in our game, Calvin. I don't know if you're allowed to say you hate zombies.
Oh.
They're not pivotal, but they are a monster.
And jetpack zombie hordes would also be fun.
Jetpack zombie horde. Yeah.
Somebody's asking about the PS Vita. We don't have plans on putting on the PS Vita. We have dev kits and stuff for it. It is possible for us to do it. I think it'll be easier for us. The easiest game platform for our Linux and Mac right now. Both, if we do anything, will probably be our next ones. It's an OpenGL game. Most of our stuff is open platform, so they should be decently easy enough. So yeah, if we have the money for it and the demand for it, it'll probably happen one day.
I wonder if that's enough iron. I didn't really check.
You don't know how much iron you actually need, Calvin?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I did that. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, if you have the time for it, or iron's pretty good in the game.
I think I've got enough.
Yeah, we want to just get to the whales, though. We gotta get to the whales.
Yeah. In 10 minutes.
Spider-Man up here.
Yeah, so the picking system. People have been asking for maybe more proximity-based pickup system to pick up pickups, and that's something I'm definitely open to adding. You will automatically pick it up if you run over top of it, but the area is kind of small right now. And then you can also just manually pick up things too if you hover over it with your mouse. Somebody's asking, so whale zombies would also be cool. One thing that we're streaming, somebody did, because I don't know if people know, but you can mine whales in the game. So after you kill a whale, they leave a really giant corpse around, and so you can mine into them and harvest meat blocks and blubber blocks and stuff like that. It's very gross. I'm totally desensitized to it now, but it's something you can do.
Oh,
and as far as like one person, after you mine the whale, he tried to put the whale back together with the meat blocks, and thought that was kind of
oh my
really
god.
gross and hilarious at the same time.
Oh my god.
You could also build ships out of dead whales too.
Wow. I like that that's a possibility, even though that's awful.
Yeah. I mean, the game's not about slaughtering whales, but it is something you can do.
Well, actually, in a way, the game is about how you need to stop slaughtering whales, isn't it? Sort of?
Yeah, you can definitely argue that the game's about, it's almost more about saving the whales than slaughtering whales, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still pretty valid to have that in the game, since it's kind of a major thing that's going on in the world is the slaughtering of whales. Okay, someone's asked about craftable weapons, and yeah, definitely. There's a bunch of craftable weapons in the game. They range between pistols, shotguns, miniguns. We have a flamethrower now. The craziest one we have right now is probably the sandblaster, which shoots and deposits sand, and they kind of go on like that. Oh yeah, grenades, sticky grenades, and so on, and then some kind of later end kind of ancient technology weapons as well. Oh, someone's asking how far the development into this game we are, and we're really far along. Hopefully in March we'll be able to release it.
Awesome. Awesome. What kind of things are you going to be implementing and changing from here till then? Like, what is it that's preventing it from being done now in your mind?
I want to do a bit more of the story. We got to fix all the bugs, of course. Just things to kind of fill in the blanks a bit. So more stuff to find, more creatures, hopefully. The boss fights need work. All the boss fights are placeholder right now, so that needs to be finished, and so on, stuff like that. I have a really giant list. I think I have enough ideas for a few more games after this. So
cool.
Hopefully one day I'll have an opportunity to do these.
Well, hopefully this game gets up on Steam and you make a whole bunch of money so that you can afford to make all of the games you want. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's the plan, yeah, to like make a living making games.
Yeah, imagine that. Like, not just games, the games you want to make. That's the most important part.
For sure. Physics effects would be cool. Yeah, diseases would be cool as well. I would love to do a hardcore mode one day too. I think this game would be a lot of fun with a hardcore mode, but it's not a type of game that everybody wants to play.
Yeah, having it be an option would be interesting. What are you trying to do, Calvin?
Fixing my ship.
Can't you just click the repair tool and just go and fix everything?
No, I don't think so.
Right now, if you use the jackhammer, it permanently removes it.
Ah.
The dismantle tool will also do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna
What else
place
do people say?
engine here. How many do I have?
So somebody's asking how long the stream's been on for, and it's been, I guess, 50 minutes or so. Unfortunately, we're getting to near the end.
Yeah. For your game, it's been almost an hour. And we basically is this kind of near the end of the tutorial, sort of like of showing you.
Yeah, like once you get the ship repaired and fly away, that will be the end of the, I guess you would call it, tutorial. So then it gets a lot more open-ended after that point.
You need one of them to be vertical, so you go up and down.
I know. I'm working on it. I don't know how to do it. Oh, that's...
Yeah, ship is working!
I'm supposed to put 2 of these on.
Can you put one up there? There you go.
And so yeah, everything you do on the ship will affect the performance of the ship too. So you got a nice
Digging into the rocks.
There's a decent amount of depth to the shipbuilding system.
Oh, that is so cool. All right, let's find a whale. Come on, Calvin. You got, what, 5-10 minutes?
Oh, I have damaged my balloon already.
You damaged your balloon?
I hit... Oh, geez.
Oh, Calvin. Have to go repair it now.
You can repair it. Yeah, the propellers destroy the ground. And you also do the craft grinders as well that you can use for mining.
Good job, Calvin. Ruining everything. Awesome. Come on, let's find a whale. Stop ruining your ship. Oh, there's land.
Wait, that's what I've got to do. I've got to move.
You have to zoom out the view a little so you can... So where will we find whales? Are they just flying anywhere randomly in the air here, or do we have to get a certain height?
Yeah, they won't be in this area. But if you fly outside of the area and wander around, maybe you'll find something.
Wow.
Wow, that's so pretty. Oh, I love this, the scrolling sky effect.
I'm loading into an area.
Interesting. So how many different areas are there, and what does it mean when you're loading into a different area?
So I mean, if you saw the map, there's a bunch of grid cells on the map. So every grid cell is an area. I believe there's 558 areas you can go to right now.
That's a lot.
So it's a really big world. And that's one of the beauties, that's one of the beautiful things about procedural generation is you can get a lot of content cheap.
Yeah.
And besides, like, manually creating all these islands and stuff like that would be very tedious.
Oh!
Did you find a whale?
Yeah. You'll see it in just a second if you're watching.
Oh, nice. Oh, you don't have any guns though, but you can grapple to it.
We could grapple to the whale.
Or just jump on its back. Save though. Save.
I've
No, you missed it. You missed it. Oh, he says save. You should save. We found a whale.
Chasing it.
Chase the whale. Get up above it a little so you can grapple onto its back. No, it's breaking your ship.
I'm sorry. Excuse me, Mr. Whale. Excuse me. I'm just gonna ride the whale. Okay, just.
Don't hurt him with your ship.
You can jump on its back too.
Go, Calvin, go. Go, Calvin, go.
Oh no!
Do it.
I'm,
no!
don't.
That's why you saved. It's okay.
Will I just fall until forever?
You find a ground?
Yeah, you'll fall until you hit something.
Yeah.
That is the best.
You might be able to save yourself if you grapple to something.
On the bottom as you go. Good luck, Calvin.
You can fall right to the bottom of the world if you're.
Oh boy.
If you're lucky enough.
The bottom of the world's filled with poisonous gas.
Don't travel there unprepared. Oh yeah, no, we got this. We're totally prepared. Can you tell? Awesome. All right, so Evan, we're gonna be switching very soon over to the next game.
I found a whale in time.
So, if you want to just one last time, kind of tell everybody in chat and everybody watching on the front page where to go, what to do, what all that fun stuff about your game. And I'm gonna post in chat about it as well.
This is how you should play the game.
Sure.
Like this.
Yeah. So definitely thanks for checking out the game. I hope you guys like it. So this is awesome. Windforge. If you didn't catch that, we just got greenlit, so now we're looking into ways to we're gonna do a pre early access for it very soon. It's a very crazy game. There's tons of stuff in it. So I feel like it'll keep people busy for quite a long time. And people, you can throw money at me if you want to.
You died in midair, Calvin, just now.
Success!
It's a really crazy game. It's awesome. So I'll post some links into the chat here if you guys want to check it out later.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so what's actually going to happen now, everybody on the internet that's listening, we're actually going to be dropping the stream and the other dev is going to start up because the next game that we're showing off is actually not at a point where it's really playable, but it just recently had a Kickstarter, it was successful, and the art style is just super cool. And the artist is going to actually make some game live and chat with you and talk about art and the game. It's going to be coming up in just a second. We just have to connect with them. They should be on Skype, Calvin. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get on a call with them. We're playing Discourse, which is it's an awesome looking game, and the art for it is just so cool. So we're gonna say goodbye to Evan now. Because he's here somewhere. Are you still here, Evan? Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna say goodbye to you.
We're gonna say goodbye to you now. Thank you so much for coming up on the show. It's awesome talking to you.
Thanks for having us.
Really cool game.
Best of luck with the game. I hope everybody in chat tweets about it, follows you everywhere, and basically stalks your game and helps you have it be a huge success. Good luck.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. So